Right out the gate, the judge asks one of the toughest questions in family court. Why should either parent control who spends the night? This is where many cases get explosive, because it touches trust, safety, and the emotional fallout of a breakup. Watch how she tries to justify it.
Why do you think it's in your children's best interest? Let's go to the injunctions part. Why do you think it's in your children's best interest for that neither of you to have an overnight intimate partner until your youngest child turns 6?
For their sole protection.
Do you want to elaborate?
Just being able, especially our smallest one, still
testimony. Ma'am, can you please state your full name?
Pamela Tellez.
Ms. Tellez, did you hear the terms that I read as agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
Are those terms still your agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe that those terms are in the best interest of your children?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to accept those terms?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, let's discuss the issues that you did not agree to. Are you requesting a non-disclosure of your address?
I am not.
And do you understand that the father is requesting a non-disclosure of his address?
Yes.
Are you in agreement to that?
Notice what just happened. She wants full transparency of his address, but doesn't want him to have the same right. That imbalance immediately raises red flags for the judge. Family court loves consistency and hates double spins.
No.
Can you explain why you're not in agreement for non-disclosure?
I'd like to know where my kids are. I don't know if that's a crazy request whenever they're not with me, where they reside, where they're sleeping.
Okay. Are you in agreement for the father to have the state standard possession, which is Friday through Sunday, first, third, and fifth weekends of the month?
Yes, ma'am.
You in agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are you requesting rights of first refusal?
Yes.
Are you requesting an injunction for Mr. Morales to have partners in the house between 9 p.m. and 6 p.m. during his visitation time?
Yes.
Okay. Let's talk about retroactive child support. When did you and Mr. Morales stop living together?
Here we go, retroactive child support. This is where the math enters the chat. The court calculates a nearly $6,000 back pay bill, but watch closely. The judge will soon question whether this number even makes sense once both sides explain what was actually paid.
We lived together for 2 months last year, October and December. So he moved out December 2024.
Based on the information, the state calculated retroactive child support at $5,878 and $5,878 to be repaid at $80 a month starting November 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement to that?
Yes, ma'am.
During that time, did Mr. Morales give you financial assistance to take care of the children in any amount?
Yes, he would pay our son's daycare directly.
Okay, but other than the daycare, did he give any other financial assistance?
Since when?
During the periods that you were separated after December 2024 through now?
Yeah, he has sent $1,500.
Would you be in agreement to give him a $1,500 credit from the $5,878?
No.
You're not in agreement?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. McLean, go ahead.
Ms. Tillis, can you please state your children's age?
Levi Morales, he's 4, and Camila Morales, she turned 7 months yesterday.
And for your 5-year-old son, how often does the father pick the child up for possession?
He's 4 and he picks him up. So right now he's with him every other Thursday after school until drop off Tuesday, and then picks him up on Thursdays on his off weeks.
Okay. Are you looking for something that is a little bit more refined and structured and sustainable as the child grows in age?
Yes, ma'am.
So to clarify, you are in agreement for your son to have a standard possession schedule according to the Texas Family Code, not for your daughter, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You two stopped living together before your daughter was even born, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You last lived together in December of 2024?
Yes, ma'am.
And isn't it true that Mr. Morales has never had overnight possession of your daughter who's currently an infant?
Correct.
Are you asking the court to order a stair-step possession today until your child reaches the age of 3 and she can start standard possession with her brother?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you asking the court to order that step 1B until the child turns 9 months and that he has possession Tuesdays from 6 to 8 and Saturdays from 10 to noon?
Yes, ma'am.
At your home?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you asking that step 2B from the child's age from 9 months to 1 year old, that it be the same schedule, but that he could then have possession outside of your home?
Yes, ma'am.
And for step 3, beginning at age 1 to 2, that it turns into an overnight beginning Saturday at 10 a.m. to Sunday.
This moment is critical. The judge circles back to the no overnight partners rule, a hot button issue. This question usually exposes each parent's real motives: safety, control, jealousy, or genuine child-centered concerns. The judge wants receipts, not vibes.
At 10 a.m. on 1st, 3rd, and 5th weekends.
Yes, ma'am.
And that step 4 be from ages 2 to 3, and then it'd be from Friday at 6 p.m. to Sunday at 6 p.m. 1st, 3rd, and 5th weekends.
Yes, ma'am.
And that at age 3, then your daughter will begin a standard possession schedule.
Yes, ma'am.
And did let me rephrase. Why do you think it's in your children's best interest? Let's go to the injunctions part. Why do you think it's in your children's best interest for that neither of you to have an overnight intimate partner until your youngest child turns 6?
For their sole protection.
Do you want to elaborate?
Just being able, especially our smallest one, still not being verbal or needing so much, I guess, care and attention.
Do you also think that your son, who is old enough to see and understand that his parents are breaking up, do you think it's in his best interest as far as his mental well-being to not see either one of you have overnight intimate partners in the home?
Right, it's confusing.
In regards to the international travel provisions that you two agreed to put in the order from the Texas Family Law Practice Manual, are you asking that you are the parent who has the exclusive right to apply, renew, and maintain a passport?
Yes, ma'am.
Didn't you and Mr. Morales agree that there is no family violence in this case?
Correct, yes, ma'am.
So do you object to him being able to non-disclose his address?
Yes, ma'am.
Would you like to know where your extremely young child and your son is when they are with their father?
Absolutely, yes, ma'am.
I pass this witness.
Okay.
I'm sorry. One more question, Your Honor.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry. For the right of first refusal, why do you think it's in the best interest of the children that if either one of you are unable to care for the child for 6 hours or more, that a parent has the opportunity to have possession before you go to a non-parent?
It seems fair to me that if he's unavailable and I am, that I get to have them back, and vice versa. If he's available and I have something that I need to attend to, then he would be able to spend that time with them.
And this is only if it's 6 hours or more, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So if it's 1, 2 hours, 4 hours, then that's fine. But if it's 6 hours or more, you are asking that you at least give each other the right of first refusal before going to a family member, a babysitter, etc.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think that's in the best interest of your children?
Yes.
Do you believe that all of your requests today are not just reasonable, but in the best interest of your children?
Yes, ma'am.
I pass this witness.
Okay. I'm going to set for you.
Thank you. Mr. Morales, can you please state your full name?
It's Alejandro Morales.
And Mr. Morales, did you hear the terms that I read earlier as agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
Were those terms still your agreements?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you believe those terms are in the best interest of your children?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you asking the court to accept those earlier agreements?
Wait, I'm sorry. The original agreements that you stated before, not what was just discussed.
Just the
Okay, just the
agreement.
first. Okay, those are, yes, the ones that we mutually agreed on. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and you're asking the court to, excuse me, accept those terms.
Yes.
Sorry. Let's talk about the terms that we did not agree to, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
You are requesting a non-disclosure of your address, is that correct?
We can rebuttal on that. I'm fine giving the address.
Okay, so
Um,
you're fine with your address and phone number being in today's order.
yes, that's fine.
Thank you. And you are requesting a standard possession, is that correct?
No, ma'am. I'm actually rejecting the standard just based off of the last 2 years and then some.
Objection, not responsive after yes.
Sustained.
Okay, so, sir, just to be clear, you are not in agreement with the state standard possession.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Are you in agreement to have a step-up visitation for your children as specified earlier?
You referred to children. I do believe it was just for Camila as far as doing the step. And I don't agree. However, I know that there's certain circumstances between what has to be done because of her age. And do want to note that I have not picked up or had an overnight stay because I have not been permitted. So it wasn't an option that I just neglected or anything of the sort.
Okay. You said you're not in agreement for the state standard possession. What kind of visitation schedule are you requesting for both children?
I would like to keep the schedule we currently have. It's pretty significant. So she had mentioned she did miss one portion. So I do pick him up from Thursday and keep him overnight through Tuesday drop off. But I do pick him up most every other Tuesday that I don't have him that weekend and Thursdays. So every Tuesday and Thursday, the only time I don't pick up is if I just had that weekend with him.
Okay. So you want to keep the Thursday through Tuesday
Yes.
schedule that you currently have
Plus that Tuesday evening, every other.
every other Tuesday evening.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's for both children.
Ideally, yes. I do understand that we need to do kind of a step cadence for Camila.
Okay. You understand that the mother is requesting retroactive child support?
I am aware, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And the state calculated $5,878 to be repaid at $80 a month beginning November 1st, 2025. Are you in agreement to that?
And there it is. Conflict. Dad rejects the overnight partner injunction, and this is where the attorney pounces. In family court, declining an injunction often triggers an automatic suspicion. Oh, so you want partners spending the night? Watch the strategic cornering begin.
No, ma'am.
Okay. How much would you state that you have given in financial support to the mother?
Between the daycare and insurance that had been paid was $9,662.61.
960.
$9,662.61.
So you're asking that no retroactive child support be granted in this case, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. As far as the injunctions requested, are you in agreement to having an injunction against an overnight partner in the house between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m.?
I do not agree to that.
You're not in agreement. Okay. And the other issue, the right of first refusal, are you in agreement to that as well?
I misunderstood initially. I do agree. That's fine. Because initially I thought, even if it was 1 or 2 hours, that we would have to pass to each other. And in those cases, I disagree. But yeah, if it's 6+ hours, it makes sense.
Okay. I pass the witness, Your Honor.
Mr. McLean.
Thank you, Your Honor. You understand that you currently have no court that allows for holidays or summer possession, and that Ms. Tellez offering you standard possession would give you even more time with your children than what you currently have?
I do. I believe
Objection, not responsive after I do.
Sustained.
Do you understand that in the Texas Family Code that it states that standard possession is in the best interest of a child that is over the age of 3?
I disagree.
My question was, do you understand?
I'm in disagreement. I probably don't understand.
Is it your position that, let's move to the injunction. Is it your position that you want to have various sexual partners in your home overnight while you're in possession of your infant child and your 5-year-old son?
I don't believe sexual nature was any part of the conversation. But
The injunction,
that's not the intent.
The injunction states intimate partners.
Intimate can be a broad range of meaning. It doesn't have to be physically intimate. I mean, you can hug your cousin.
So, are you aware that per case law, that intimate partners would be a non-relative, so not a cousin. It would be someone that you would be in a dating relationship with, as defined as an intimate partner.
Okay, understood.
So is it your take that you would like to have someone that you're having a sexual relationship with in your home overnight, specifically while you're in possession of your infant child and your 5-year-old son?
No, I would.
Objection, not responsive after no.
Sustained.
I pass this witness.
Okay. Ms. Latifi, anything else?
No, Your Honor. State rests.
Ms. McLean, I just had a question, if you could answer for me. These two parents are not married, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right, give me just a minute. Miss Diaz, is your 4-year-old in school yet or not yet?
He is at Primrose Preschool, so it's a daycare. It's not like public.
Okay. I got you. Ms. Latifi, I forgot we had a long hearing here. What was the exchange location? Was it the daycare or was it somewhere else?
It was Walmart.
James location was at a Walmart. The location was 1213 East Trinity Mills, Carrollton, Texas,
Okay.
75076.
Okay. All right. Let me go through the parts I'll agree to. Making a finding there's been no family violence. I'm not sure about the exchange location. I may need to change that, but okay. So for communication, you'll want to do app close to communicate. If y'all want to do that, that's fine. I don't understand why y'all can't call each other. There's been no family violence. Other than y'all may not like each other right now because you just broke up maybe 10 months ago. I don't know why y'all can't figure it out later on down the road. But if you want to include that in there, that's fine. I'm not going to change that, but I think y'all need to get past that. Y'all going to be agree to be joint managed conservators. Obviously, you shouldn't discuss the case around your kids, even if you're talking to somebody else. You're going to notify the other party if you take the child out of the country for international travel. Then geographic restrictions to Dallas contiguous counties. Child support is $2,022 to be paid each month beginning November 1st. Medical support is $226 per month with mother to carry insurance. Make sure you give a copy of the card to Mr. Morales as soon as possible so that he can have it in case of an emergency. Mr. Morales agrees to pay the court costs, and mother is to have the exclusive right to apply and retain the child's passports. Y'all agreed to there be no non-disclosure, so both of you are obligated to provide each other your current residence address of where you live, not your mailing address, but your residence address. I think y'all have agreed on the right of first refusal over 6 hours, but obviously within reason. Okay, so here get to the contested issues. If Mr. Morales has been paying daycare and he gave you $1,500, I don't know why we're asking for back child support. The daycare was essentially child support in some way. I don't understand why, at the very least, you wouldn't want to credit him with $1,500. That doesn't sound very reasonable. It's not request. So I'm just not granting any back child support. Y'all didn't have any orders before. It looks like y'all did the best you could to figure it out, and Mr. Morales did help. It's not my typical case where someone hasn't helped at all. Maybe the argument is didn't help enough, but that's arguable for both of you. Y'all are unmarried. Y'all have been sleeping with each other in your home, with your children. I don't understand why y'all need an injunction now, just because y'all broke up, and now it's all of a sudden offensive. It doesn't make sense to me. If y'all were married, that would be common that maybe you wouldn't sleep with someone else. That's usually a pretty common thing that people ask when you're married, but you're not married. So y'all have been doing exactly what you don't want to have happen. I don't understand why that request is being made. Obviously, within some reason, of course. But y'all are going to move on, and you're going to have new boyfriends, new girlfriends. And they're going to be part of each other's lives, and they're going to be part of your child's lives. That's what y'all kind of decided first when y'all got together and dated and were decided to be parents together without being married. That's part of the decision you made when you broke up and decided not to live together. That implied that you're going to move on with somebody else. I don't understand why we need that in there other than it being reasonable. So obviously if there's a lot of sex noises going on between the walls, that's probably not a good idea for the kids to hear. But besides that, and besides maybe a partner being a sex offender or dangerous to the children, I don't really see a need for that. So I'm not granting your injunction that unrelated females or males be excluded during time of possession. That doesn't make any sense based on what's the history of this case. As far as visitation is concerned, I know we have one young child. I'm kind of sensitive to that, but I don't understand why we haven't had any visitation before today. I don't know if that was related to y'all breaking up and someone saying, well, I'm not going to let you visit as a punishment for breaking up with you. I don't know. I didn't get that information. I'm just talking out loud, but that's we should have had visitation before this with the 7-month-old.
Your Honor, just to be clear, he's had visitation with the 7-month-old. He's just never had overnights with the 7-month-old. He has access to the child.
Okay, then why are we asking for supervised visitation?
It's just consistent of what he's been doing. He's been going to mom's house to see the baby. So that's the only reason why we put that as step 1, because that's what he was already doing. So we were asking to continue that until she turned 9 months, and then he would just start having her on his own.
But they don't like each other. Why would he want to go to her house for 3 or 4 hours in her house to visit the child?
That's what they were doing before this case started. So that's the only reason why I put that as step 1, because that's what they were already doing.
Well, what power does he have to object to that? If he decided, no, I want to take the child out of the home, you saying Ms. Diaz was going to let him take the child out if he had asked?
I'm not sure. I'm not there.
May I speak?
I mean, I know what the answer is. We've been doing the best they could to figure it out, and I don't understand. Okay, let me just a sec. I guess a little house cleaning on this. I need to know: is the 7-month-old going to daycare?
She has a nanny here at home.
Okay. You said, Mr. Morales, you're able to pick up your son from school on Thursday afternoon and take him to school on Monday morning?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. For the visitation with daughter, I'm just doing 3 phased-in visits. I'm kind of reluctant to even do that. It's not like the child hasn't been around Miss Morales. I don't see a reason for it to be supervised. Y'all have told me there hasn't been any family violence. Mr. Morales hasn't done anything to his children, other than y'all haven't been able to reach agreements. Um, on some more expansive visitation before today, I don't really see a need for there to be supervised visits. That's kind of unreasonable. I understand we have a young child. I'm not required under law uh, to do something for a child under 3 unless there's some reason. I'm a very big proponent on visitation. People should be able to visit their kids. Um, so I'm really, and more importantly, I think the kids have a right to visit with their parents more than the parents have a right to visit with their kids. So we need to make sure that kids get what they need. They need to have both parents involved with their father or their mother. Um, I'm doing visitation on the Saturdays for 3 visits from 9 to 6 unsupervised. That'll be beginning October 18th, and we can do that every other weekend with the youngest. That's just for the youngest child. So Saturday, 9 to 6, beginning October 18th, and that'll be for 3 visits unsupervised. Ms. Morales will, I guess, I don't know about the exchange location. Maybe I'll give you some directive after you know what I'm ordering, but uh, that'll be the visitation for the youngest. For the oldest child, we're going to do expanded standard visitation, which is Thursday. Mr. Morales will pick up his son from school and have the child until school on Monday morning. So he's going to deliver the oldest child to school on Monday morning. That'll be every other weekend. That won't be every weekend. So that's what I would prefer to have happen in the long term. I don't know how y'all. I guess you have a daycare and then you have nanny. Um, right now it's kind of weird because you basically have the children in 2 different places. Eventually, let's say 5 years from now, probably the kids will probably be going to the same school, I would guess, and it'll make a lot more sense. But right now, I'm not too sure uh, how we should do it here. But normally, I would say just pick up at school, drop off at school, and then we don't have to worry about going to the Grapevine Mills or whatever to do the exchanges. But so basically, you're going to see each other very often here, I guess, while this child is during these 3 visits. Um, and I don't know. I guess when we get past the 3 visits, it'll have that Miss Morales going to have visits from Thursday night to Sunday to Monday. Um, I don't know how. I guess if you have that information about where the daycare and where the nanny are, um, or if y'all want to just meet at the exchange location at Grapevine Mills on Thursday after school and then Monday before school, like seems a little confusing. So that's why I said earlier I maybe need some direction as to how y'all want to do that. I know y'all may not be in agreement with that, but we need to work out the logistics so that it makes sense to both y'all and we're not running all over town.
Usually when it's expanded standard, it'll say the pick up and drop off at the child's school, and if school is not in session, then there's a default. So if you want it to be exchanges at the school, that's normally what it say. But if school's not in session, if it's a holiday, it's flooding outside, it's snowing or something, if it's not happening at school, then it's the default is the other place, and they've agreed to this Walmart location. So
Okay. Well, if the child is in school, like let's say next year, the child will be in a regular school. What I'm saying is, I'm looking ahead, not right now, but the child will be in school, so Mr. Morales is going to go to the school, pick up the child, and then he's going to have to go to the exchange location to pick up the other child. That's where I say it kind of doesn't make sense. But I mean, I agree with you about the exchange part, but I guess for the next year or so, we will be a little confused. So that's what I was trying to work out. 5 years from now, the 7-year-old will be in school and it'll be a lot easier, but
Pay attention right here. This is the judge's turning point. She begins openly questioning why back child support is being requested at all. If the father has already been paying daycare and sending money, anytime a judge calls a request not reasonable, you know the tide has shifted.
if that's what y'all want to do, that's fine with me. I'm open to that as well. I don't know how far away these places are from each other. Maybe they're down the street from each other and that's not a big deal, but I don't know how to address the exchange location part, but
Can I ask something, Your Honor?
well, I need you to help me with the exchange location. Can you help me with that?
Oh, I'm open. Dad, we haven't had an issue with it being at my home. He's never, today is the first day that exchange.
That's not what I asked, man. I asked, what do we do for exchange location? So you have the youngest child at a nanny and you have the oldest child in a daycare. What do we do to make it make more sense than him coming to the daycare to pick up the son and then going to the exchange location to pick up the daughter?
I'm open to whatever suggestions.
Your Honor, they're all decently central. The Walmart location is pretty close to Pamela's home. So for me, it's nothing different really. I've had to run across town to go get him from daycare. It's just, fortunately, the school and the daycare and Pam's home and even the meeting place are all pretty triangular and within about 10 minutes from each other. So.
Okay. Then one more question, Ms. Diaz, is the nanny able to bring the child to the exchange location?
I'd rather her not drive with her, but if...
Or are you going to pick up the child to go to the exchange location?
I can do that.
Okay, that'll work. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're clear. We're doing expanded standard for son, Thursday from daycare or school until Monday at school, and then the youngest child we're gonna have 3 warm-up visitations that are unsupervised from Saturday 9 to 6, beginning October 18th, every other weekend. So it'll be every other weekend. Then we're gonna go into the expanded standard for both of them. Then we're gonna be going. What basically will happen is Mr. Morales is going to pick up the son from daycare school, then drive to the exchange location to pick up daughter, and then the reverse, I guess, or I guess when on Monday morning, I guess Mr. Morales is going to bring the child to the son to the school, and then you're going to meet at the exchange location for the daughter. That's where it's kind of. I'll let y'all figure that out, but that's where it's like, it doesn't make sense right now.
Can I ask a question, or I guess have a comment? The smallest one is still breastfeeding, so I don't know how, I know we have 3 warm-up visits, but I don't produce enough to be able to send her off with enough for more than a night.
Well, that wasn't presented to me during the hearing.
Well, that's why we had him going into one overnight long before he started expanded standard. It was going to be him having, at first it was him still coming to the house. Then it was him taking the child, the same schedule. And then it turned into one day overnight. It was Saturday to Sunday from 10 a.m. to 10 a.m.
And that was to where I would eventually start weaning off of, ideally, breastfeeding.
How many hours does a child stay with the nanny?
She's here. The nanny's here from 9 to 2:30.
And Your Honor, there are other options to get supplemental milk. I mean, she's had her friends. There's places that we could go buy the extra milk. She's bottle fed. So I really don't see that as an impedance.
I haven't. Okay.
Is the child, Ms. Diaz, is the child exclusively on breast milk or
Yes,
both?
sir. Just breast milk.
Okay. How long were you intending to breastfeed the child?
I breastfed her brother until he was a year old, so ideally until a year.
Okay, I'm going to modify my order. I don't usually do it after the fact, but I'm a proponent of breastfeeding. So we're going to do Saturdays, beginning October 18th. I'm going to change it from 9 to 5 p.m. Every other weekend, every other Saturday, basically. Whenever basically the son comes over, it'll be that weekend. And then until the child is 1 year old, or the child is no longer breastfed. If you
No,
decide,
Your Honor, does it matter if it's, I mean, it is breast milk, but it's coming out of a bottle, so I don't really, I guess, help me understand.
you need to do some reading, sir.
Okay.
Because breastfeeding or breast milk is much more nutritious than formula milk.
No, and that's what I was saying because we were,
better for a lot of reasons, and so
yeah.
you really need to read that. Read
No, and I'm
up
sorry.
on the difference because it's very easy for maybe for us guys to say formula is okay, but
Well, no, and that wasn't what I was saying. So there are some actual extra. There's companies that you can actually get supplemental milk. You can purchase it. The hospital was offering that service. I mean, I really just don't see that as a hindrance. There's plenty of sources for breast milk.
I don't know. That's probably what would be preferred. I'm sure
Okay.
y'all want to have Miss Diaz's milk, not somebody else's, some stranger's milk.
Okay.
I mean, I understand you wanting to visit with your daughter. I'm just trying to make sure for her health in the long term that we do that. And if for some reason the child is weaned off earlier than 12 months, then we go to the whole weekend.
Okay.
You know, it's only for maybe just a few months here in the long, big picture of everything.
Yes, sir.
But that's really my only reservation there. Okay.
Understood.
And of course, you need to make sure that you use the breast milk when Miss Diaz gives it to you, preferably than anything else.
Of course.
Okay. I think that okay. So that's what we're gonna do for visits. I think I answered all the issues. Okay, that'll be the order that I'm making. The Attorney General's office can put that in writing, and then you'll get a copy later on. All right, y'all are excused. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.